Russ Evans here from the Under the Hood Radio Show, and today I'm in the shop with one of our trucks. This is an '06 Ford F150, and we use this in our auto recycling business to haul campers and other heavy trailers across the country that we've picked up on insurance claims and things like that. This '06 came in off the road with a head gasket issue, and we had to make the tough decision. Do we spend over $100,000 to replace this truck, or do we upgrade and put some bulletproof performance parts in this engine to make it stronger and make it last? Now, if we do that, we're going to spend about $10,000 in this engine to get it to where we want it to be. Overall, the truck's in good shape. The body is rust-free on the outside, but underneath it's got a little surface rust. Like I said, over $100,000, $10,000. Well, if we're going to invest that $10,000, we want to make sure we protect our investment so we can have this on the road for a long time, because we've got to realistically think, let's keep this on the road for another 10 years. And we can do that if we upgrade the engine, but we want to make sure this body lasts. So in order to do that, we're going to protect it with the help from our partner at NHOU, New Hampshire Oil Undercoating. They're going to provide us with a product that we can apply to the body of this truck inside of the channels wherever the salt may collect and cause rust under the frame and everything on this vehicle. And also, as an added benefit, the product is going to contain mouse out, just like it sounds, mouse out. We're going to get the mice out of this vehicle. And where this thing sits out in the country at our auto recyclers, there are a lot of mice and rodents out there, and they have chewed off connector ends before, and our techs, they absolutely hate having to go through, diagnose, find the problem, and repair that connector. And when I'm talking about our techs, it's usually me, but we're going to apply that and hopefully completely eliminate that problem from now on. But we're going to show you a few steps on here as we go through and prepare this. You can have mobile applicators come out, or NHOU will provide you some technical advice on how to get to these areas. Now, typically the body's not going to be off the vehicle like ours is, but in this case it was a no-brainer. Hey, it was off the frame, so let's get in there. It's a little easier for us. We are going to prepare this frame a little bit and the body, because we do have some heavier surface rust under here, but it's not through in any means at all. But we're going to wire brush it, and we're going to power wash the dirt off to clean this off a little bit, and then we're going to come back and show you what we did. We're going to use this applicator to spray on the NHOU product. We're going to use the hybrid oil first. We're going to spray it on, and then we're going to allow that to dry, but it'll never fully cure and harden up, because you want it to continually push out that moisture, and that's why that product is made that way, to never get a firm, hard coating on it. It'll always stay a little bit soft and continue to allow that moisture to escape as the oil pushes it out, and it'll also continue to creep as well when you do that, allowing this to move several inches over time and get into those cavities that you just can't reach otherwise. Then we're going to finish it up with the NHOU mouse out, which is going to protect us from the rodents and the mice and wiring getting chewed up and things like that. Nobody likes that. We're going to spray that up into the body cavities, up over the fender wells where there's plastic on the wiring, and really coat a lot of areas under here to prevent mice and rodent damage in the future. And this is what it looks like when it's all sprayed on and finished. A nice smooth black finish. Got to be sure to get up inside of all the ports into the body, spray around in circles in there, and that oil will go ahead and creep up into those cavities for a very long time and push out the moisture and prevent the rust. That looks really good. We also coated the frame to prevent rust. It's common to get rust in the corners of these cross members as well, so we coated all of that. Well, we're done spraying our product from NHOU on the body of this '06 Ford F350. We've reached up into all the cavities to make sure we provide the protection behind. One of the things that is really important is you got to remember, if you're driving through car washes in the winter, that's great to remove the dirt and the mud and the snow and some of the salt, but a lot of car washes recycle their water, especially the underbody flush water, which means you've got pressurized salt water. It's like you're taking a pressure washer gun like we did when we cleaned this with fresh water, but they're putting recycled water in it. So it's got some salt in it, and you're blasting it up into those body cavities. Well, if you're washing out the mud and the dirt, that's fine. But if you don't have a protectant like the NHOU product covering those areas, that salt is just going to wedge its way up in there and continue to rust the body. Another good thing about this coating, this is an oil product, and it has been tested. It is a military spec to prevent corrosion and also for environmental protection, so you don't have to worry about how the effects of the NHOU product will be on the environment. So we've got this all together now, and after it's dried, we sprayed the mouse out up into the crevices and around the corners, and then as soon as we get the body set down, we're going to cover the harness areas with the mouse out as well. We don't want to do it right now on the harnesses because we've got to plug some of those together, as you can see, as we drop our body back on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Under the Hood.